When I was packing all of these things, we were just like, Buki, you don't worry, let me pack them, because now me understand, like I understand. If you're coming, make sure you come with your makeup. Like, I don't even want to hear anyone say no, they shouldn't bring that. Let me tell you why. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Buki. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Please make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe. Turn on post notifications as well so you do not miss my videos. And if you're an old subscriber, hello, what's up? Thank you for stopping by. So on the channel today, from the title of this video, you can tell what this video is all about. If you're a new subscriber, let me just give you a brief introduction. My name is Buki. I'm currently based in West Haven, Connecticut, and I recently bagged my master's degree in public health from the University of New Haven, located in West Haven, Connecticut. What am I saying recently? Well, I graduated in December last year, but my commencement was in May this year, so that's still kind of like recent, right? And I have about 3-4 videos on my channel where I talked about like my grad school journey coming from Nigeria to the US, everything, visa. So I'm gonna link it somewhere below so you can actually find it and watch it. So I think if you watch it, you will have like an understanding about like my journey. And so I thought that I was done with grad school content, even though I was keeping an open mind that if people had questions concerning grad school coming to America, I would be open to answering them, right? But that means I would have to get like a lot of questions to kind of like address or respond to those questions. But for this video, somebody, if she's watching this, thank you so much. She told me, she was like, oh, Buki, since this is the season where people are coming to America, why not talk about the things people can come with or what they should bring to America? And I felt that was like really nice. And I just said, you know what, I'm also looking to do more sit down videos. Why not? So thank you so much for giving me that suggestion. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So make sure you keep watching to get all the tea, what to bring, what not to do, and all of that stuff. Basically, when I was coming, I personally did not have to do like my research, or will I say research on what to bring, what not to bring. This isn't my first time studying abroad, so I'm quite like familiar with what to do, what not to do, and I've been traveling to the US before, so I'm kind of like familiar with the do's and don'ts, right? So this video, basically I'm going to be sharing like my own personal experience and things I've heard people like talk about, right? So I'm going to break this down into, will I say, 4 different parts like of things to come with when you're coming to the US. So the very first part will be your documents. Then the second part will be, would I say, your devices. The third part will be your like personal items, all of that stuff, like body care, hygiene, clothes, and all of that stuff. And finally, it will be your food. I'm not a foodie, but I know it is so important, like for some people, so we're going to be talking about it. So for your documents, I feel like that is even much more important than clothes. That is even much more important than food, because without your documents, you cannot even come into the US in the first place. So documents like your international passport, your DS-160, everything you took with you to the US Embassy in Nigeria or whatever country you're coming in from, make sure you have them. Your I-20. Your I-20 basically, gives more information about your visa and like that you're enrolled in a program here, a program of study here in the US. So those things are like very, very, very important. And of course, your international passport, you have to come with all of that. So like every important document, your admission letter, if you got a scholarship, everything that just has to do with your coming here to the US, you need to make sure you pack all of them. See, as a matter of fact, you can also like scan some of your documents like to your email or email of like your siblings or your family, just in case. I'm not saying anything is going to happen or anything is going to go wrong, but just in case, right? That or your documents basically go into your backpack. So when you're trying to check in, when you're traveling, you have 2 bags you can check in, then you have your carry-on bag, and then you have like a personal item, like say bag or whatever it is. So I personally put my documents in my what's it called, in my backpack, and that was with me. And then I had like my hand luggage as well. So every document, even my cards, even like some cash, and it should also come with some cash as well, even some cash, everything, because of course you don't want to be stranded. Even some cash, I just had to put everything in my backpack. So if you have any, I'm going to also list, the documents you're supposed to come with to the US. Second set of things I would like to talk about will be your devices. Of course, you have to keep in touch with people you're leaving behind. You need to have, like, you need to be mobile. You need to have to be able to make calls, like pull up things, search. So of course your mobile phone. And if you're coming from somewhere like Nigeria, right, phones like, Techno, Infinix, they might not really work with your SIM here. I think I had someone that had such issues. They might not really work with the kind of SIM we have here. So you might want to look more into phones like Samsung, iPhone, like much more popular and like global, much more universal phones, right? Then of course your laptop as well. You're coming here to study. Even if you don't have a laptop, that's still fine, but I'm just trying to list out devices you're supposed to be. Your charger as well. And one important thing should be your what's it called, universal adapter, because the way we're in Nigeria, we have like our chargers usually have like 3 mouths, and here in America we have 2 mouths. So just in case maybe you want to charge your phone somewhere before you get here, or you just need to charge your phone pending the time, or your other devices pending the time, you'll be fully settled, or will go on, because you don't want to come here and the first thing you're rushing to go and do is to go and buy like adapter or whatever it is. I mean, it is still possible because it's not expensive, but yeah, if you can get the universal charger, that would be perfect as well. So your phone, your laptop, your chargers, if you have a power bank, or if you can get a power bank as well, even though you don't really need it here. I personally need it because I create content. Sometimes I'm on the go, I'm doing all of that stuff and everything. So yeah, you need to come with that as well. And any other device, you think would be ideal for you, or you have and you just want to come along with, of course you should come with them, and those also go into your backpack. Not something else you also want to come with, or the other things you want to come with, of course, are your personal belongings, your personal items. We're talking clothes, we're talking shoes, we're talking perfumes, we're talking like hygiene products, like different things. Guys, this one is very, I don't want to use the word controversial, because when people are coming, they're like, oh, you don't need to bring anything, you don't need to bring clothes, so when you get to America you come and be buying all of these things. I did not. And I feel like because I also like studied abroad, it kind of like opened my eyes to so many things, right? When I was planning to come, I just think that I was going to pay for excess luggage, because I'm someone that I have a lot of stuff, and I didn't just want to leave everything behind and then come here and start buying clothes, start buying shoes, start buying things from the scratch. I didn't want to do all of that stuff. I mean, I'm not saying you should come with winter jackets, so because of course, depending on where in America you're gonna be, the cold, it really depends. Like Connecticut is so cold. So if you get a winter jacket in Nigeria, it might not even work for you here, right? But basic things like sneakers, jeans, guys, Nigeria is so blessed. I'm sorry, I'm focusing on Nigeria because I'm Nigerian by nationality. Nigeria is so blessed when it comes to clothes, like, and even abroad, right? I personally prefer shopping in Europe than in America. I feel like in Europe, like, they are much more fashion forward, more options, much more quality, right? So you don't want to come here and then also be spending like a lot of, see, trust me, settling down requires a lot of money. I'm not trying to like scare anybody, but you still have to buy the basic things, like try to get your apartment. You'll be spending money on all of that. So I personally don't want to come here and not have any clothes or shoes. So I went through the stress of, I had like a closet sale back in Nigeria before coming, but I also had like shoes and all of that stuff. My shoes, I had sneakers. So guys, I even brought my extensions, like attachments. I don't really braid, right? But coming here, I just realized that it wasn't so necessary, because here the kind they use is the one that it's already like, let's say, pre-plucked or plucked already, so it just comes like that in like different packs. So I really did not need it, and then I braid maybe once or twice a year, so I've not had any reason to actually use my extensions and and all of that stuff. So yeah, you're coming with your clothes, your shoes, like, not everyone can actually pay for excess luggage, because excess luggage is expensive, if we're being honest. I gave out a whole lot. I had a closet sale as well in Nigeria, but things like some body sprays, perfumes, my underwear, jeans. Like Nigeria has a lot of good quality jeans, right? And you're finding your size as well, not the kind of jeans you put into the washing machine and just after a wash it just the color disappears, right? So all of that stuff, my attachments, I brought like, sneakers. I think I've said that before. I brought everything. See, even down to my accessories, guys, all my wigs in Nigeria, I brought I'm telling you, I brought everything. And that was like so smart, because I'm not going to lie to you, for like about 6 months, apart from the fact that, like aside from when it was winter that I had to buy like, some sweater when I was coming as well. I still brought some sweaters when I was coming, like some sweaters I've had like coming back from, Ukraine, and I never really got to wear and all of that stuff. So I brought my things, my clothes, my church clothes, school clothes, heels, everything. Because when I was packing all of these things, people were just like, Buki, don't worry, let me pack them. Because now me understand, like I understand, like people are not in your shoes, right? So if you can't, don't let anyone tell you that, oh, don't bring clothes, don't do, it's a lie. See, most of the clothes I have in my closet right now are clothes that I brought with me from Nigeria, and I'm not exaggerating. Am I going to talk about my Ankara? Am I going to talk about like my, in Nigeria now we go to church, we wear my trad, so many. Yes, I've not worn all of them yet, right? But I'm wearing them to church, and I don't have to worry or stress myself about going to buy new outfits or whatever, because things are expensive. Like things are expensive. I'm not saying you should buy like, all them designer stuff or whatever it is. And I know I don't like, try to convert, naira to dollar, whatever it is. But I'm just trying to tell you, like, especially if you're a fresher, you're just coming, you don't want to spend so much money on buying clothes, on buying shoes. So that means if you're buying shoes, you're focusing more on like, because you're coming in the fall session or like fall semester. If you want to buy shoes, and it should be like much more focused on your winter clothing, right? Your winter shoes, your winter boots, your jacket. So you can also save your money and focus on other things that matter. Then what other personal items did I bring? Guys, see, I can't even remember everything, but best believe I checked in 3 bags. I checked in 3 bags. I had my hand luggage, I had my backpack, and I cargoed about 3 bags as well from Nigeria. Please don't ask me. So in total, like actual bags you check in, I had 5 plus the cargo ones and the ones I checked in. And I am so happy, like so happy. When I came, I was like so happy that, I brought everything with me, like for a really long time. Even like for ladies, even my brown pencil from Nigeria, I just bought like the pack. I got my absolute lip gloss, the pack, like so many things like I will be needing, guys. Like my Aboniki balm, even my body lotion for like at least first 3 months. I had all of that stuff, my makeup. Guys, if you're coming, make sure you come with your makeup. Like I don't even want to hear anyone say no, they shouldn't bring that. Let me tell you why. I personally, I have been struggling with getting like my perfect shade in Nigeria. At least you can go in, they can try it on you, someone will be able to like put you through. We have like so many talented and blessed hands, like makeup artists in Nigeria, that can actually really put you through. Here you're by yourself. Being in Connecticut right now, I can't even just walk into the store and say, okay, I want to buy this, like this powder, except maybe something I've used before and I know my shade, or I'm ordering online. But it's always a struggle. So anytime I'm buying like, makeup, like the powders and, foundations and concealers I've had to buy since I relocated to America, trust me, I got them when I went to the UK. And that was because I needed second opinion. Like I had my sisters there, and one of my sisters, like she's actually really into this makeup thing. So we went to the stores together. We tried on my shades together. But here, like some of the people that would attend to you if you're buying in store, you might not find someone like you. And why people might not really know the best shade for it, they might just assume, but doesn't mean it's gonna work for you, right? So yeah, come with your makeup. Like you might leave out things like, eyeshadow, but I'm telling you, like your powder, your concealers, your foundation, you should bring all of these things. I'm not asking you to bring the whole of Nigeria, right? But I know what I'm saying, and this is me just, if you can, at least bring, even if it's one powder, even if it's one foundation, something that will last you for a while. The last part, or maybe not the last part, second to the last part of this video will be food. Guys, this one can cause trouble. I am not a foodie, but when I was coming, I brought my red oil. I brought my gari. I wrapped my red oil very well and it was frozen, right? I brought my red oil. I brought my gari. I brought like Nigerian food in small, small portions, right? Just to have food like, guys, no place like home. And me here, like being in Connecticut here, in my city, we have just maybe two African stores, right? And by the time you're like the prices are not smiling. Some of them are affordable. I don't have, an issue paying for them. But I'm just trying to tell you that you can as well bring some of these things from Nigeria. You're bringing your pepper, you're bringing your spices, your Maggi. If you can bring some curry, I mean, they have them here, but I just feel like our Niger things are just like, different. Our Niger things are just like, you just want to have some of these things. So when you're cooking, when you're cooking your jollof rice, when you're cooking your actual food, you're tasting like you have Nigerian spices. I'm so glad I packed all of those things. Like I brought my poundo yam, like I brought like Milo milk. Guys, I brought the whole of Nigeria basically. I'm not saying that everyone should bring the whole of Nigeria, but if I had not studied abroad, I probably would just say, okay, just follow everybody, just just bring a couple of things, maybe just check in one bag or two bags and everything. But I just didn't want any stories. Like I brought all of those things. I even brought gala self things to just snack on pending the time. Like I was like gonna be fully settled and everything. Yeah. So like your food, your egusi, your ogbono, whatever food means to you, whatever food you like. Of course, I'm not going to ask you to bring things like sliced bread or plantain. I actually brought plantain, the unripe one, but you know what I'm talking about. Like every other thing, like food, you should actually bring some of these things. Like, even your ugu, the dry one, so many things you would love to eat. Because trust me, there are days where, especially when you're in places where you don't even have family, you don't even know anyone. Some days you just want to have Nigeria, you just want to eat Nigerian stuff. And the truth is, yes, there are Nigerians that cook, like there are some Nigerian restaurants and everything. But guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like I personally love to cook my Nigerian meals. Not like I love to cook, but I prefer, based on some of the things I have eaten, and I don't really eat out like that, right? But based on some of the things I have tried, it's just like a no for me. I'd rather cook my food by myself, and the food doesn't impact me, like ogbono, egusi. I have my poundo yam, I have my gari, I can make my eba, all of that. So just bring food if you can. Trust me, like you'll be so thankful and so glad you brought food. And one thing again is like, even if you don't get to buy, American food, what makes American, like likes of, rice or some other things, at least you have Nigerian food that you can always be eating pending the time you're like fully settled. So yeah, so your documents, the devices, your personal belongings, those are the things you should bring. And then food as well. Please do not forget, bring food. I am begging you, except you're not like except you don't like Nigerian food or food, your traditional food. Now I want to believe like those watching me, we have like an international audience. Sorry, I've been talking about Nigeria, but I'm just using Nigeria because I'm Nigerian and I just really wanted to touch, points on that. Another thing I would like to talk about would be some of the things you should do when you're coming. I have talked about the things to bring, like, to check in, to carry that will be needed here. But I just want to talk about certain things you need to do while like trying to prep to come here. Guys, as a babe, I would recommend or I would advise that you braid your hair. Trust me, I braid my hair once or twice a year. My hair is natural and I don't like, the the stress of braiding and the pressure it puts on your hair, whatever it is. But I would recommend you braid because that's going to save you a lot. At least pending the time you're able to figure out whatever you want to do. If it's for like, if you can carry your braids for like a month, some people carry their braids for 2 months, just make sure you braid your hair. When you're coming as well as a babe, one of the things you should also bring, aside from like, makeup, bring 1 or 2 wigs. Trust me, wigs are expensive. I'm not trying to scare anyone. And like, I'm just saying these things because I don't want you to come here, like, because you're just coming in new. You don't want to start spending money on all of those things because when you take down your braids, what are you going to do? Are you going to braid immediately? So you need to be able to wear wigs, right? Or, I mean, I know some people are not fan of wigs, but whatever works best for you. But I just really believe that you should have at least 1 wig for the days you don't want to braid your hair, for the days, and when it gets so cold, depending on what area of the US, what state you're in, you might want to protect your hair, with your wig or whatever it is, right? So that's also like very important. And one thing I did before coming that I didn't think was necessary was opening a Nigerian a domiciliary account. Like I was rushing, go and open a dollar account, go and open a dollar account and everything. Like I've not even received money in that account up to today, because when you come here, it just makes much more sense to come and open your bank account with like an American bank. Makes much more sense. I have been using my Wells Fargo account, and that's how I receive money from Nigeria. Yeah, so there's don't even bother going to do all of that stuff, like going to open bank accounts in Nigeria and the like. Something I would really like to talk about is like before coming, make sure you have properly practiced, like the way you went to the embassy, that you prep like the possible questions they would ask you, right? That's how you should prep for when you're coming as well, because at the point of entry they can just randomly ask you, where are you going, what are you going to do, what is the name of your school, blah 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 blah. Just try to ask you questions and you don't want to have issues, right? So you need to know everything. I personally, like the name of my school, the address, everything, somebody in school. These things are like very 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 important. And you also want to be confident, like when you're, they might not stress you, it really just depends, but just make sure your documents are intact, and just be ready for whatever immigration is going to ask you. Just and keep an open mind, be relaxed, you're already here. And also concerning food, right, I would like to mention that you should check on Google to see the things you're able to, or you're allowed to bring into America, and the things you're not allowed to bring into America, so you don't get to the point of entry and they're like, oh, you're back, take out this, take out that, and you're having to drop all of those things. Nah, just please make sure you check all of those things. Just be well informed, be calm, and do everything you can, right? If you can bring extra things, bring. If you can pay for the excess luggage, pay. What if you can't? It's fine as well. You'll survive here. And yeah, so we've come to the end of this video. I hope this video was helpful. I wanted to keep it as short as possible. I hope it was helpful. You can also ask me questions, possible things, you can bring, or you can ask me like other questions related to grad school. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you all in my next video. Bye.